Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. So let me tell you, it's been a crazy week. I hope you guys are, well, I don't know, you might be seeing this on Christmas Day. I doubt it. We usually don't release anything on Christmas Day. Might be the day after. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we have been absolutely just slammed. We've been filming every single day in my hopes that I could take a little time off right now while you're watching this. I think I've probably managed to do it. We have over $1,000 headed out of here today. This is obviously filmed before Christmas. Matter of fact, everything in this video should get to the people who bought it before Christmas and maybe the next video as well. And I'm going to take a little bit of time off. I hope you get to take a little time off as well. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is a lot of folks, especially full-timers out there, but definitely the people who have 40-hour-a-week jobs or more, who are also resellers, the incredible amount of time, especially this time of year when everything is selling. Hopefully everything's selling. Some of you may not be selling everything, but we sure are. And I'm hearing from a lot of people that the sales this Q4 were pretty decent for most people. But let me tell you, there are days like this when you've got all kinds of stuff to do that you just don't want to come home and do it. I remember those days as a teacher, and all this pie in the sky about reselling out there on social media. I hope I don't take too much part in that. I love it so much, maybe it comes off that way, but there is a lot of hard work that goes into this, and I think most of y'all know it. We've got some awesome sales today. I want to talk a little bit about the misnomers, the things out there that people just don't understand about what we do. Let's go take a look. We do have so much headed out of here today. I'm going to try not to talk too much. I'm going to try and grab things and save this conversation for just a little bit. About 5 sales in, we're going to talk about this, talk about the misconceptions maybe some of your family members have, maybe some people around you don't get about you, that all of us get about each other. Here's the first sale. Not a huge sale, but it did sell for $15 plus shipping. I'll pick these up. I like selling them. The old cornflower 6-cup little kettle right there. It's in good shape. That's why I picked that one up. I think I paid $2 or $3 for it because it was in perfect shape already. Had the lid. I try to avoid them without the lid. $15 plus shipping. This was a nice sale right before Christmas to get that money coming in. Hopefully you've had a couple of those sales as well. If you've had a really nice sale, let's say from December 15th to whenever you're watching this, your best sale, put it in the comments below. And we have certainly had a few of them, but this is a good one. I paid $5 for these Ariat boots, and I was hoping they'd sell before Christmas, but I wasn't sure. And I got an offer for $120, had them listed for $130, and I couldn't send out an offer because there's already an open offer out there. So I told them, go ahead and buy them and I'll refund you the money. Those sold for $120 plus shipping. And at time of filming, I can tell you already that without a doubt, December will be our best month of the year. And pretty happy about that across all platforms, not just eBay, but everywhere we sell, including Whatnot, and now at this point, Dibdit. And what else? Boy, all of them. We've just sold like crazy this month, which is super awesome. This wasn't a huge sale. It's just a little Samsung VCR, $45 plus shipping. Christmas dog. Had to go back in, and I think I'm going to have to go back in again in a second. Tell me your best month of the year down below, if you don't mind, if you know those numbers. I know we're not quite to the end of December yet. And then a few videos from now, we'll talk about some changes we have in mind for the coming year. And I hope you're making some resolutions, personal and professional. Of course, this is made in Ukraine. McGregor windsuit right here. I pick these up whenever they're cheap. And I didn't think this one was particularly impressive, but it's still sold for $42. It's got the pants in here, y'all, plus shipping. Here is a perfect item that's going to lead into what I want to talk about today. I remember picking up this Yamaha receiver, and you know, when on the Picker channel and occasionally on Facebook as well, and definitely on TikTok, I get quite a bit of criticism for, you know, oh, they offered you a fair price and you try to get, you know, X knocked off of it or whatever. But it's because, especially with items like this, I know how much work goes into this. And everybody watching this on this channel, that's why I love the Flipper channel so much, most of you, 90% of you understand it. And you realize how much work goes into this stuff. This isn't so bad right here, but this sucker weighs a ton. And it is not easy to package up, not easy to ship. And it only sold for, hold on a minute, it sold for $52.25 after a send offer. So, you know, it's not a huge money maker. The guy at that sale wanted 40 bucks for it. And I'm like, listen, I'll give you $20 for that thing. That's all I'm going to do. And I took some criticism. This is an old video. This thing's been sitting around forever. And that'll tell you right there. So it's been sitting forever. It's a pain in the butt to package. I paid 20. It's going to sell for 52 and change. And there's fees in that. And that's going to take me forever to package up. It's not easy work. I wish you would have turned me down, to be honest with you. And I was hoping you would. I think I even said that in the video. Like, yeah, you know, 20 bucks and I will not have my feelings hurt if you tell me no. And I wish you would have, but we're going to make 20, 25 bucks. That's what I wanted to talk about for just a second here before we pull the rest of these, and I'm going to pull them super fast. Without going down memory lane, I just want to say it is Christmas, and I just want to thank you all for watching. Or the day after, the day before. I don't know when it is exactly because we're filming so much right now. But I just want to say thank you all for watching, and I'm so happy to share this and what I do with so many of you who are far better resellers than I am, so many who are just starting, and so many in between. And so we appreciate you, and it is hard work. And I take a lot of criticism as well, not necessarily on my platforms, but other places about, hey, you know, all these people lie to everybody and they tell everybody to quit their job. I don't tell anybody to quit their job. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, I've done this 22 years and I never thought until about 7-8 years ago that, hey, maybe I could quit my job. And to be perfectly honest with you, and I've said this before, I would have never had the courage to quit my job had it not been for the people who watch this channel, who watch all the other channels. We get like 40,000 views a day across all platforms on average. And really it's more than that because you got to go back and look at the old videos and stuff. And it's that reason alone that gave me the courage to quit and to be able to do this. But at the same time, because of the social media income that went along with it, because my number one priority, and this is what I'm talking about today, like I know most of your number one priorities, is taking care of yourself and your family and your loved ones, paying off debt, making enough money to pay for Christmas, making enough money to keep up with all the bills, making enough money to go on vacation once or twice a year. And don't let anybody put you down out there for what you do, whether it's family members or anybody else. We need to stick up for ourselves because there's a lot of people out there, not just people, but we got to guard against all kinds of abuses that are going to jeopardize what we do and what we love to do. So I always get thank yous from folks for what I do for the community, but let me tell you, this whole community works together, and I really appreciate you guys. You know, I sold, I don't know where the other one was, or maybe we did sell it. We had a return on one of these. I don't always show you the returns. I should show you every single one, but sometimes I forget and I restock. See, is that it? Yep, that's it right there. And I think this one was returned to us. We'd sold them all, and then we had one return. And it was, I don't know why, this was the nicest of the bunch. Just didn't like it or something, I can't remember. But, you know, occasionally that stuff happens. And that's the other stuff. If people don't factor that into what we're doing too, and they label us as cheapskates and all this stuff, when, you know, you guys know better. There's a ton of work and a lot of good that comes out of it. $17 plus shipping. And I've got a lot of questions lately about, you know, insurance and all this stuff, taxes and all this stuff that goes with it. There's so much more to this game than what you see as all the pie in the sky wonderful stuff. I just am sincerely happy that I get to do this. So maybe I do come off as this is the greatest job in the world, because I think it is, but it doesn't mean it's easy. I got a sale of a basketball damn it doll. Oh, look at that. Right on top. I should have saw it. So there you go. And this one went to a viewer. I'm going to read that one to you really quick. This one is selling for $12 plus shipping. And it went to Michelle. She says, my son will love this. He gets very excited when watching basketball games. Love all your channels. I've learned so much. Check me out at Shell's Sales Stuff on eBay as well as other places. Okay, give Wallen a kiss for me. I don't know about that. Merry Christmas and God bless, Michelle. Michelle, thank you. And that's CHELLSSALESSTUFF. There you go. And I see you have almost 3,000 feedback, so you've been at this quite a while. Really happy these sold, if I can find them, of course. It's always the trick, right? And it's Real Tree, is this it down here? Yeah, it's a hunting lot. And I was struggling one day to find some good stuff, and I'm like, you know what? I had $1 a piece on these. One was sealed. I'm like, I bet if I put them in one giant lot, they'll sell. Well, they took a long time, but they did finally sell. So I paid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sold for $30 plus shipping. And just in time here, we have one more Grinch sale, and this one, Grinch Damn It Doll. I think we have one more left, and it might have sold too. I just have to ship it out tomorrow. There's one. I hope there's another one left. Yep, there it is right there. And these have been great sellers. Next to those Trump dolls, these have sold faster than any of them. And this one sold for $15 plus shipping. And this one went to a viewer. We had like 6 sales last video, or maybe that was 2 videos ago, and 2 were to viewers. Both of these so far today are to viewers. I think we're right about the 50% mark. Maybe 55% of these Damn It dolls have gone to viewers. So I wonder how well they'll sell after Christmas. They seem like a perfect stocking stuffer. Watch you daily, saw the Damn It doll Grinch Santa, and had to have it for my Grinch collection. Appreciate your insights and opinions on reselling. I also enjoy the random history lessons. Merry Christmas to you and the family, Jeff the Cowboy Picker. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you enjoy the Damn It doll. You know, I wasn't going to do this, but since it's down on the ground already, I'm going to grab it now. Pittsburgh Steelers. My boy got one of these. My oldest boy's a Steelers fan, so I kept one back for him. So he should have already got it by the time you see this video. And what are these going for? I don't even remember what the Steelers ones go. Oh, this is a cross-listing sale, y'all. $15 plus shipping. This next one's actually a bit of a bolo. I didn't know about it till last year, and once I found out about it, I've started to see them. It's kind of crazy how that works. First one I ever saw was at Uncle Mark's garage sale, which some of you may remember, down there in North Carolina. It was a big event we had. It was pretty fun. Let me know in the comments if you were there that day. The King's Court, and I saw one down there, and I'm like, yeah, you know, board games. I used to do a ton of board games, and I'm like, they just look cool. They're not Bakelite, but they almost look like Bakelite. So I looked it up, and it sells for good money. And this one did too. I bought it down in Florida at a flea market. I think I paid $5. It sold very quickly for $46 plus shipping. And that one was also a cross-listing sale, which I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I want to talk a little bit about a topic that I'm hearing quite a bit about in the Facebook group, Trash to Cash Facebook group, as we head into the new year, and get your opinion on it. Sold a Beauty and the Beast. This one I got at a, I don't know if, yeah, I guess it's like a pop-up flea market once a month at a church. And I grabbed this one for a few bucks, 3 I think, and it sold for $17 plus shipping. It's Beauty and the Beast, the complete television series, if you remember that one. I remember watching that a little bit. And this one here has been sitting here for a while. This little Furby, this all-white Furby. And I believe I bought this at the 127 sale. I think that's where I got this one. I'm not 100% certain. Look at those eyes. And this one's kind of cool. It's not the first year's version, though. I think it's the second. Maybe the third. Anyway, this one sold for $37 plus shipping. And this one looks like a viewer sale as well. There are 4 viewer sales today. I think we have 23 sales, so we appreciate that very much. I was hoping this would arrive before Christmas. I think it will. I know it seems crazy, but we actually filmed this before Christmas because we've been filming and shipping so much. My daughter, who has special needs, is obsessed with Furbies and asked for this one specifically from Santa. If there is any way to see if it could arrive before Christmas, it would be wonderful. I can almost guarantee you, and if I got to choose between Ground Advantage after reading that story and doing priority mail, we'll definitely get it to you in time. So unless the post office screws up, and then don't blame me. I hope she enjoys it. I know it seems strange, but normally we film and then the video pops up a day or 2 later, but we are actually more than a week out from Christmas. That's how much has been selling, and we've been shipping and filming every single day. This is 1 day's worth of stuff headed out of here. This is a Brian Westbrook jersey, a Villanova Wildcats jersey from Mitchell and Ness, I think. Is that right? No, I don't know what it's from. Gridiron Classics, $31 plus shipping. And for you full-timers out there, and you can probably sympathize with this, and maybe I was a little a little wet behind the ears. I thought I'd work less when I started to do this full-time, right? And I don't. I work more. I don't necessarily work, you know, more hours reselling. We've talked about this before, but I do work more with all the social media and the reselling and the sourcing and all the stuff that goes into it, the cleaning, the testing, all that stuff. I put in more hours, and I bet you anybody out there, if you're willing to, if you're a full-timer, tell people down below who have those dreams of reselling for a living and quitting their job. And I know there's people out there, I don't want to belittle those dreams, but there also has to be certain circumstances in place to make it happen. And we just were fortunate enough, because so many people choose to watch us, to be able to have that chance. And I'm so glad I did. And I tell you what, even if social media disappeared, which someday it will, this stuff doesn't last forever, you know. I like the Golden Girls, but that didn't last forever. They eventually, you know, canceled that thing. And we're pretty aware of that as well. I'm probably never going back to a 9-to-5. There's just no way. I work really, really hard, but I get to do it with my kids, with my family, and I get to do it with that tree out there, you know, sit underneath the tree, and there's no way. I'm going to find a way to make it work, which is kind of why I experiment with all these different places and sites and whatever. I try to protect my freedom, essentially, is what I'm trying to do. So, at any rate, I hope that's the way it comes across, and not the way that I get criticized for all the time, which is, you make it look so easy and you're lying to people. It's not easy. I don't know how many times I got to say it, and those people out there who are watching, you know, it's hard work, and the money just doesn't come in, and the bills don't get magically paid. You got to put in the work. I haven't picked the Damn It dolls up yet, so I got to go this way. And this is a viewer sale. This is the 4th, like I said, 4 out of 23 today. I think this is the last one. And we sold a couple of Funko Pops, which I don't sell a ton of Funko Pops, and usually if I do, they're, you know, decent prices on them, because a lot of them don't sell for, you know, some of them $5-6 a piece, right? And we'll sell them on Whatnot or wherever. But these were cool, and I figured they'd sell together, and that's what happened. Bugs, Space Jam New Legacy, and Lola Bunny. It looks like it went to Michael, $19 total for both of them, plus shipping. Hi, Kevin, thank you. We put them out together. They didn't buy them separately. Hi, Kevin, thank you for putting these Funko Pops up. I do collect them and resell them. A lot of people say, hey, these are the new Beanie Babies. I actually don't think so. I don't think so. Now, I'm not saying they're like, go out and invest. I'm not saying that at all. But I would never, ever have bought a Beanie Baby, ever, for any reason. I just wouldn't care. But a lot of the Funko Pops, especially the ones like, my boy saw one for Goonies, and he's like, oh, can I have it? Can I have it? They have that dual collectability. And so I don't think they're Beanie Babies. They're, you know, at least 2 steps above Beanie Babies. Maybe, you know, maybe 1 step above Precious Moments. Let's at least say that. Because there's a lot of people who love Space Jam out there, for instance. So the Golden Girls, my daughter saw the Funko Pops from the Golden Girls. She's like, oh, that's awesome, right? So hi, Kevin. Thank you for putting these up. Bugs Bunny was my favorite character, and I have to have him and Lola together. That's perfect. I've been reselling for about 2 years. My store is Dixie Flipper. I have a strange request. Can you and Blue Ridge Mama sign the Funko Pops? I sign Bugs, and she signs Lola. I think so. I will definitely sign this as soon as I put this camera down, and then I will try to remember to have my wife. She's going to come and help me ship. We've had a crazy day today. Y'all, it's pretty late. It's already after 9 o'clock, so. And I just got started, so that's what I'm talking about. Just got started with the shipping and filming. We've been doing so much other stuff today, so. Anyway, sure. And if you don't mind approving me to sell on Dibdit, that would be awesome. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have people start buying stuff so they can get approved. Look, I want to talk about this right now, but I have a dedicated video about this topic because people are asking, and I want to give the answers, the straight answers, I guess, to all of the questions that we're getting. A lot of it's coming over on the Trash to Cash podcast if you want to keep up to date over there, but I kind of want to say some things on my own because those 2 clowns don't let me talk as much as I want to, so. We are approving people to sell. The goal is eventually to let a ton of people sell. But I don't want people putting in a ton of time and a ton of effort, taking away from what makes them money selling on other sites to do this as it grows. I'd much prefer us to do the heavy lifting and find the people who can bring in an audience of buyers. And I alluded to this, see, I'm already talking about it. I alluded to this many, many weeks ago, is that a bunch of resellers selling to resellers makes no sense. And so I have been actively pursuing every day content creators who bring an audience of buyers and trying to figure out ways to match that with what we resellers sell. And because of that, we've niched down and we are slowly approving people. It will not be exclusive. Matter of fact, if y'all want to go over there and join it now, join it as a member now. You can apply now. and we are approving, I think today we approved 7, and we're trying to match it as the site grows. We're trying to get our sellers between 10 and 20% of the members over there. But it's turned into quite a community already. See, I shouldn't even talk about this today. We're communicating, we're talking in threads, we're sharing what we found, we're talking about picking, but we're talking about our loves as well. And it's been a fun place, and I'm excited about it. But there's a lot of misconceptions, and some are understandable. So I'm trying to be very forthright in telling people, hey, do what makes you money. Do what pays your bills. And if this is something you enjoy, this type of thing, the stuff that we enjoy just as people, not just resellers, then come and join us. And as we grow this thing, we can invite more and more and more resellers. But since you did this and you're bold enough, you know, I'll go at least look at your application. I just have to stop it and say this because I went and looked at your application, Michael, and you were so close, and then you just blew it. Hi, guys. I watch you all on the Trash to Cash podcast, and I like Dave the best. So there you go. You're done. You've got no chance. Hey, do me a favor. I'm going to reject this, send you a message, and I want you to add your eBay store link. Actually, you know what? I should be able to see it right off of this. Sold another Liberty University shirt, and these right here, we bought the most of these, and unfortunately, a lot of them were small, which is why they're all still here. So I decided to just put them all on clearance because we paid $2 a piece for them. And we've sold, they used to fill this whole thing. So we've sold tons of them at the top dollar, and this one finally sold. It only sold for 14, but there's still a profit when you buy it for 2. When I was upstairs in the attic the other day, I was doing stuff for my wife up there, getting down Christmas stuff and getting the wrapping paper and all that. And I realized there was more of these up there that were paired, well, what's the girl's name? Sally, right? That were paired with her, and these were selling, so I decided to pull them down and list them separately. $40, sold one more. Jack's been good to us this year. Just remembered after talking about Dibbed It for just a second, which I wasn't planning on doing today, because I really do want to discuss it at length and talk to people about what the strategy is and why I think we're going to try this thing out for this coming year and why I'm excited about it. But I forgot to tell you that if you did want to go check it out, you can go to dibbedit.com. There is an app there's no Android app yet. I'm sure it's coming soon, but there is no Android app yet. But you can go to commonwealthpicker.com. You can hit that link. I think if you use code Commonwealth, you get $5 off your first purchase. Nobody purchased anything. No pressure, no nothing. But there's also a link in the video description below, and you can go through that link if you want to check it out. Jack really creeps me out sometimes in that chair, especially the way I just set him down there. Especially the folks, by the way, that sell the 80s, 90s, even 70s, and early 2000s kind of pop culture items. Because I think you'd enjoy it whether you're buying or selling or anything, because we're really just talking about those things and enjoying them together in an atmosphere that allows buying and selling. So if I can find the right one here. I think this one's buried, I think. Yeah, I think it is. I knew it was at the bottom of that bin because it is probably not our worst selling ET jewelry item, but it's our second worst selling ET jewelry item. The other one is the necklace of Elliot. That's probably the worst seller, but this is the orange, I call it flower power pendant. It sells for $5, I think. Does it sell $5.99? It's yeah, $5.99 plus shipping. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Michael, I did approve you, in spite of the fact you like Dave more than me, which is just unforgivable. But I did approve you because you do have those type of items in your store, and it seems like you might enjoy them yourself. This Bassin hat right here, this is a great buy. Not just this one, there was a ton of hats that were just crazy good, but this one I picked up too because it had these pins on it and the foam was still good on it, which is a big reason I'll pick up some of these hats. Capital hat, it's got to be made in the USA. It didn't sell for a ton, but it sold for $15 plus shipping. Only paid $1. You know how long it's been since the hats that I've been looking for have been on top? Well, that one was right on top, and so is this one. Well, it's not quite right on top, but I saw it when I grabbed the other one. Carolina League Champions, 1997. So a lot of people would walk by this hat, but minor league hats can do pretty good, and that happens to be a team that has changed its logo, and so that's the old logo. Plus it says 1997, so you know it's vintage, and that oftentimes will get you a sale. Plus it is new era, made in the USA, which is also a winner. New Era is made in the USA. And I picked it up, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. I think I had the only one of that particular type hat out there. You're going to have a very limited market. Maybe somebody who played on that team, but it's not going to be a huge market. But if you have the only one, you're likely to sell it. Sold some Tupperware. And I do have exceptions to my $15 rule, as you know. And one of them is Tupperware. But we still pass on tons of Tupperware. But I just can't pass on these egg keepers, because even though they don't sell for much, they do sell quickly, because a lot of folks around the country, like us, have chickens. And so the little egg trays in there make it worth it to me. If you can pay 50 cents a dollar, it's a good $10 plus shipping really quickly, and that's what happened there. I used to buy these all the time 20 years ago around here, these police scanners, and sell them like crazy. They'd sell for decent money, they'd sell quick. Slowed down finding them, slowed down selling them. But this one looks like it's just in perfect shape and has the antenna and all of it. So we grabbed it super cheap, and it did sell. Sold pretty quick too. $30 plus shipping. I thought I was done with Damn It Dolls, but I had one more at the very end, and I already put this thing up. But I don't think we've sold this one yet. We've sold every other type, but this one says it's a jungle print. Does that look like a jungle print? Yeah, that definitely looks like a jungle print to me. Got an orangutan in the back. Got a cheetah right there, a little toucan, all kinds of stuff. And that one sold for $12 plus shipping. Hey, all Lost and Found 2000 sent us a few things. You guys have always been awesome to us. There's your little scan me right there. And perfect time. Well, I guess this is not exactly the birth of Christ here, but still perfect timing. Right at Christmas time there. Thank you for that, and it was a very nice message. Please tell Reagan thank you. I'm sorry I missed out on the first two ornaments right there. We're thinking about maybe doing a limited. We're bringing back those old ones because a lot of people said that, but we appreciate everybody buying those, of course. And what else? Oh, he got number 20. That's right. This is funny. Kevin, here's some Christmas cheer for you, or maybe the license plates you need to finally get your SKU system going. These are awesome plates. There's two of them in there. Corvette show. That is really, really cool. 2001, Land O'Lincoln. Thank you for that. I might have a spot back behind that Inaman over there. And there's two of them. Or I might put these out here. I'm not quite sure. I hear my family coming, but I just wanted to say thank you. And a big shout out for my reseller, Genie, as well. Check it out. Impressed with the product. Code Commonwealth. Check it out in the new year.
Dang it, some boy.
All right, y'all. No Commonwealth comedy today. No thank yous and Commonwealth picker, get your sticker and all that. But we do have an animal in here.
He's being so handsome. Yeah, so good.
So I asked him to come down and say Merry Christmas, but they wanted to say something else.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
You know how nervous this makes me? Gen 1 Transformers sitting up there. Got listed for $100. I'll have to keep my eye on it, make sure it doesn't fall. Hey, just wanted to take a minute again for two things. One is, if you're a full-timer out there, you know how hard you work, and don't let anybody tell you to go get a real job. We know the benefits of doing this, and we also know the hard work that goes into it. You know it far more than me, so I appreciate y'all watching. For all you experts, you pros out there, folks that sell far more than me, know far more than me, I appreciate you still watching this. I love the fact that newbies come in here and feel like it's a place they can learn slowly. I love that too. And for you folks out there that work your tails off at a job all day and then come home and do this because you're passionate about it, don't let anybody put you down. Don't let anybody tell you, to stop dreaming about this and stop dreaming about going full-time. It's tough, and it's not for everybody. For you retirees out there who just enjoy the heck out of this, thank you for watching as well. And I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I can't wait to see what next year brings for us, for me and my family. And I can't wait to see and hear what it brings for you. Thank y'all for joining us. And I can't wait to see you next time.